Welcome to Ipswich for the F1 World Final with SSCN. They're on the starters' orders and just waiting for the green. There's the green. It's 168 Stuart Price that takes the lead. 294 Owen Anderson. Here comes 33 Andy Currell up the inside. Owen Stuart Price has tagged the fence and getting a bit of a wild ride down the back straight, and into the fence he goes. Well, all that work from qualifying has come to nothing as he's crashed out on the first bend. The race continues and it's 33 Andy Currell in the lead from 107. That's Evan Foster. Third place is 294 Owen Anderson with 147 Mark Foster up there as well. It's quite fast and furious as the pack piles through. And we're there with the leaders now, and Currell's got quite a good lead early doors from Craig Banwell, but Mark Foster's in with the bumper, and while he does that, Evan Foster nips through on the inside, so it's 33 from 107, from 294, from 147. That's the top four now. They seem to have got a little bit of open track and things have started to settle down. Some real speed merchants here as they fly around this big high speed Ipswich oval. So Currell leads with Evan Foster second. Owen Anderson now is really shadowing him and starting to make some progress here. Bumper goes in, but it's only gentle, just trying to unsettle the car a little bit. Foster just sits there waiting for something to happen and then hoping he can just get in amongst with them. And he's getting a little bit closer now as another lap goes by. Currell's got quite a good lead here, and Evans just a little bit wide into that corner. Absolute precision from Owen yet again. He really is nailing these laps one after another. Mark seems to be following suit here, and these three now seem to have settled into a good rhythm, and rather than battling too much, they're trying to hunt the leader down. If they all start fighting amongst each other, they'll only lose time, and at this stage of the race that's not a good idea. So Currell leads from 107, 294. In goes the bumper. I think Owen's had enough of waiting now and decided to get a bit of a wriggle on, and he goes second. It starts to chase the leader down. Mark Foster has a little bit of a nosy for third place, and look who's coming up all the way from the back of the grid. It's number one, David Rodder. Started last car on the grid and he's already up to fourth place now. Some drive is that. Has he got the pace to move even further up the grid? So Currell leads from 294 Owen Anderson, 107 Evan Foster third, number one David Rodder is fourth, 147 Mark Foster running in fifth place. The race seems to have settled down now and everybody's got quite spread out, so all the cars are very capable now of just stretching their legs a little bit and getting some good clean laps in without too much hassle, and you can really show the pace of the cars. Everybody seems to be holding station and it's settled, but as I say that, I think that Anderson might be just starting to close a little bit on Currell. In fact, there's a couple of cars tangled coming out of turn 4 there, and Currell's really in the traffic now. He tries to get round 471 Patrick Nestor, nips up the inside. Patrick quite respectful there and just gets out of his way as another lap goes by. So 33's leading. 294, I think he's catching him a little bit, but it's still nothing major yet. If Currell keeps his calm here, he should be okay for perhaps his maiden world final win. We're just caught in the back of the shot there, and it looks like 190 and number 80 have come together. A little bit of a tangle there. In goes the bumper from Currell as he moves 192. Kenny Pruden out of the way. Kenny started quite near the front of the grid, so must have lost time early on. So we just passed that tangle there again between 190 Phil Brown and 80 Ant Dewhurst. I think it's starting to look like they may need to get a room. They've got rather familiar with each other, and while they sit there, Ashley Anderson's parked next to them hoping for a little bit of the action. So 33 leads from 294. Owen Anderson is visibly getting closer now. Evan Foster's not too far behind either. It seems to have just dropped David Rodder off a little bit, whether David's been in traffic. There goes the bumper for the lead, and it's a good one. Nicely done there from Owen, and he's rather washed Andy out. Andy's fighting back there though, and he's cost all a lot of time, and as he's done that now, Owen's got a bit of a break, so it's 294 from 107 from 33 and 391. Well, number one as he still is now. In fact, number one goes second as there was a little bit of a tangle there. So leading out is 294 Owen Anderson from number one David Rodder. 107 in third place is Evan Foster. Bit of a mistake there from David, and Evans back up the inside again, so he's getting into quite a good battle here for second place. The leader's long gone down the road, but these two are really fighting it out now. It'll be interesting to see what happens towards the closing stages, who comes out on top between these two multi-champions of the league, two of the best there's ever been. David's now just shadowing Evan and just sitting in behind him, not quite wanting to attack yet. I think they know that the race has run for the lead, so they're just having a good dice for second and maybe sort it out in the later stages. Very precise driving again from both of them. They seem to just about hook the curb. It's so easy to go wrong, and in fact with the Ant Dewhurst car now in the sort of apex of turn 4, it's become a little bit difficult, and they're all having to adjust the line ever so slightly, but the laps are ticking down now. We're probably into about the last 2 or 3. Bit of a mistake there from Owen, as whether he's just realised they're getting a little bit closer. It's about 2 to go now as he starts to catch up with Stuart Menzies. Owen's looking safe here, but Stuart run a bit wide, and Owen sort of followed him a little bit as they start the final lap. Owen just needs to keep his nose clean here. Gentle little nudge past Stuart Menzies, and it looks like he's home and dry unless Stuart does anything unusual. Oh, he threatened it, but he doesn't. He just sits back, and we've got a new champion. It's 294. It's Owen Anderson.